Welcome back, everybody. Look, we're about to get into some heavy talks with our panel of fierce women who always give it to you straight. And so today they're tackling everything from parenting to love and relationships. It's time for some straight talk. Well, she's been here before. She's my buddy. She's a health and fitness expert, entrepreneur, and New York Times best-selling author. Please welcome Jillian Michaels. And she's a newcomer to our panel. She plays the superhero daughter on the CW series Black Lightning. Please welcome Nafisa Williams. And finally, she's my buddy. She's a veteran to the couch. She's an author, love expert, and TV host. Give it up for my buddy, Diane Valentine. Okay, now, here's our first topic. Multiple outlets are reporting that the honeymoon period is over for Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin. According to a news report, she misses her freedom. When she's out on a photo shoot, Justin wants to know what she's doing every minute. If she doesn't send constant updates, he flips out. So here's my question, ladies. Is it okay to need some space from your significant other?
Not only is it okay to need some space, it is necessary for your psychological well-being. Absolutely. Now, it is one thing to be madly in love with your spouse, and Steve, you know I'm all about my dude. You know I love him. Yes. However, it is necessary for women to maintain their own independence, have their own interests, and have their own time after they get married.
Yeah. First of all, what's happening with that look, though? Like, because I can't disagree with you on that, but,
yes.
like, we need a new album, Justin. You need to pull it together, baby. Like, what's... And the burrito lengthwise, like, I get that that's not... Did you see that photo? Like, that's totally savage. And yes, give your woman some space. Like, the boy is in a downward spiral, and I'm a believer, so I'm not happy about it.
Right.
Something's going on there, and it's not a good look.
Yeah.
For me, there's such a thing as, yes, opposites may attract, but I think that can cause problems down the road, and at the same time, being too similar and being enmeshed and living for each other, in my opinion, is dysfunctional. And I think there's a balance, and that balance is a parallel life, so separate lives, but moving in parallel directions.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it.
That's a good way of thinking.
I've never quite heard it like that.
There cannot be a person in the relationship that feels smothered.
I think it's just very important. I'm very independent. I've always have been, and I like my space. I like my freedom. And I think it's important, too, for your spouse to miss you. Like, with what I do as an actress, like, I think I love the fact that I'm filming for a lot of the time. So, you know, when you're dating, you have that time to miss each other, which I think is so exciting, and you have something to look forward to.
You know, it's like this. You can't lose yourself in a relationship. Because you're going to miss you.
Yeah, that's a
At one point in time, you're gonna go, wow, what happened to me?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to be by yourself to collect your thoughts.
Yep.
It's an overwhelming thing, especially if the other person is making you feel responsible for their happiness. That's a toxic relationship if you have to be responsible for somebody else's happiness.
Yeah.
Hey, let's move on to our next topic. Talking about money in a relationship isn't always easy, especially when there's different incomes or spending styles.
Well,
A recent survey confirmed that 20% of adults in relationships keep their money spending habits completely separate from their partner. Those couples had a higher chance of calling it quits because of financial reasons. And the couples who managed their accounts together had more of a chance of a successful relationship. So ladies, is it healthy to keep separate bank accounts between couples, or should everything be out in the open?
I can only speak for my, no, I'm gonna say ex, but this is not why we broke up.
Hang in there, it's gonna be all right. It's all right.
But like we had very similar feelings about money and didn't have money issues between us, so everything was shared.
Right.
We were very much in line, and it was never a problem. I do think if you have different beliefs about money, then you absolutely need your own accounts, because of course that's gonna cause huge problems. But for us, like, it was not an issue. one of the things that wasn't an issue.
Hey, hang in there, Julie. It's gonna be all right. Talk it out. Just talk it out.
A woman should always have the liberty to spend the way she wants to spend within a budget, within reason. When I was a kid, I didn't ask my daddy permission about what to do with my money. Why on earth would I ask my husband?
I know that's right. So, no, that's real. I got my first job at 11 bagging groceries at the supermarket, and I've always wanted to have my money. I've always been eager to make my own money, and I want my own account to see my money separately. But I'm not mad if you're in a relationship or if you're married, obviously, to have a joint account, especially for bills and for activities or, you know, combined things that you guys are doing together. But I think it's very important and very healthy to have your own accounts.
Yeah. Here's what a financial planner taught me this. He said, Steve, every couple should have at least 4 accounts. He says, if both of you make money or one of you make money, whatever the case is, you put it into your joint account. Your joint account pays all of the necessities, car, house, light, bills. You have a separate account that's the savings account where you all agree to take a certain amount of money out of that joint and put it into a savings every week. The third and fourth account, you should have an account, Steve, and your spouse should have an account. So agree to a budget where both of you have a certain amount of money, and that's her money, you can't say nothing to her, and you got your money, she can't say nothing to you. That has helped me immensely. And because Marjorie and I have that system. Now, Marjorie gets more money in her allowance than I do because she spends more money than me. She do stuff for the grandkids. I don't do nothing. Marjorie do all of that out of her money.
Okay.
Yes.
And she put both our names on it.
Yeah.
We're going to continue this conversation. We'll be right back with more. All right, everybody, we're back with today's panelists, Jillian Michaels, Nafisa Williams, and Diane Valentine. All right, ladies. All right, let's get back into it. Co-sleeping has become such a common parenting style that bed makers, Taylor and Wells, created the Family Bed XL. It's a 12-foot wide mattress, which is equivalent to 2 California King mattresses combined. The demand was so high that the mattress has already sold out online. Recent studies indicate that 45% of moms let their 8 to 12-year-olds sleep in bed with them. Ladies, is it okay for parents to let their children sleep in the bed with them, or should parents enforce boundaries?
Okay, I will say my mom did not play that. Like, that was her time, her room, her privacy, and she set those boundaries for us to be independent in our own rooms, you know, and as adults, especially if you're married, even if you're not, that's just your time. And if you are, it's just like, that's that private time to do what grown folks do, and the babies don't need to be there on a daily basis or nightly basis sharing that bed, sharing that space at all. I don't agree.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like every now and again, if my kids have a nightmare, I have a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old, they'll come in, it's like they sweat, they snore, they punch you in the face.
Yeah.
They go sideways.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Horizontal? They're savages. Yeah. Now, for that reason alone, they go to their room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I happen to think that this has something to do with millennial moms because my daughter is a young mom. She's 28 years old. She has 3 kids, one that's 5, one that's 3, and one that's 1. And all of them sleep together every night. And I think it is the craziest thing. And it's starting to mess up my life because I'm just Lola. So when they come over to my house and they spend the night with me and my husband, not only will they not go to sleep unless we lay down with them, the minute we get up and I'm like tiptoeing to my room, 5 minutes later, here all 3 of them come. By morning, my husband is like, oh my God, were we in a fight last night?
Yeah.
Like, it's a problem.
I slept with my son one night. He got real sick, so he slept in the bed with me. And he was like 4. and they kick, like you say, they just savages.
yeah.
They roll their hand up, they hit you in the face, and they keep slipping. You know, I
Sweating,
punch
too.
you, hit me or punch me, I'm punching you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what needs to happen.
And you know what? A very wise man kind of explained it to me this way. And he said, you have to treat children almost as if they are a dog. Because you have to start train, just like you train a dog, you make him house trained, he's trained to go outside. He's like, when babies are young, they learn very quickly how to manipulate a situation. And he's like, when they start growing up, the limitations of them and the bedroom is what really creates the boundaries that they will have for the rest of their lives. Phenomenal way of explaining it. And I never thought of my little babies as a German Shepherd, but I'm seeing them like that more and more every day.
Well, let's do this right here, because we posted the same question on our Facebook page. And Dawn said, it's wonderful that these parents love and adore their children, but sleeping alone is all a part of them learning to be separate from their parents.
Yes.
Yeah, see,
It is.
I think the parents don't want that. The ones that have them sleep in the bed don't want their children to separate.
Okay, let me ask you
I
this.
believe that. I have seen it firsthand. And it was an issue in my old relationship.
Yeah.
The money wasn't, this was, and I find that it creates...
At one of them beds,
It creates... It was a fight. It was a constant fight.
Yeah.
Is there a
And-
cutoff age
I say...
for allowing your child to come into the room?
I think you would have to talk to a therapist, to be honest, and I'm sure there is an answer, especially as they begin to kind of go into
But
puberty.
think
and
about it. Why would furniture makers create bassinets and cribs if babies were designed to sleep with parents? I mean, from birth, when you have them in the hospital, you can't even sleep with them as the mother. They have to go into an incubator,
look,
a bassinet.
I remember one night I had a really bad dream. I had to be about 4 years old. My mother said, come and lay in the bed with me and your daddy. I laid down in the bed. My father, I swear to you, my father leaned over and said, get in your room. And you know what? The option was to stay here and disobey him. I went back down that hallway scared as hell. It's been tough, man. I really enjoyed you all today. I thought your answers were spot on. Hey, also, everybody, be sure that you check out Jillian's app, My Fitness by Jillian Michaels. It's absolutely incredible. We'll be right back. If you've tuned in before, you know that these panels can get a little racy sometimes. So if you have kids watching, now be a good time for them to leave the room. All right, first topic. Lisa Rinna recently admitted that she has nothing in common with her husband, Harry Hamlin. But they've managed to keep the spark alive in their 20-year marriage. If you have different interests, ladies, how much should you compromise in a relationship?
Look, if you want to stay married and you want to stay in a relationship, you better learn to like some stuff that your husband likes.
That's right.
Period.
I think it's okay to be different.
Huh?
My husband and I are very different.
Well,
Very.
opposite attracts.
That's
I heard
right.
opposite attracts. I'm very different.
I mean, I went for a hot nerd, Steve.
A hot nerd.
A hot nerd.
Wow, where'd you find that one at?
Chicago.
But here's the thing. I think that opposites attract. I don't necessarily believe that opposites last. Because as you get older and you mature in life cycles, you got to have some stuff in common.
Well,
You
I
can't just
actually
be
know.
like, I'm over here, I'm over there, and we live separate lives in the same house.
I know
sure they
Lisa
have
and Harry,
something.
though, and they have a big spark. And yes, they're very different, but that's a good thing. I mean, you have to keep it going and keep it alive with the different interests. Don't
Well,
you? It gets...
Marjorie and I are very different, but we also have common things. Both of us are homebodies. I like to be home, she likes to be home.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
So I ain't got no
Right,
problem with it.
baby? You ain't got no problem.
Let's go. Ladies, a recent survey showed that 56% of men and 54% of women want to discuss marriage after they've been dating for 6 months. Is 6 months enough time to get to know someone?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm 29 years old. I still have some time to get to, I don't fully know myself. So how can you get to know somebody in 6 months? That's, you know what I mean? That's extremely too soon.
I'm different. I'm on the other side there. I mean, I was married, divorced, and then met my husband, and I knew the first night. And people say, oh, that's cheesy, but I knew. I said I'd never felt safe like that before, and I knew.
That's gonna be a hell no. Look, in 6 months, you are still dating somebody's representative. You don't even know who they are. Now, on my show, To Rome for Love, I took 5 women to Rome to date Italian men, and I had to constantly remind them that a great first date does not mean it's time to start planning a wedding. And like does not mean love. So just relax and ease into this thing.
Yeah. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna let you in on a male secret. Something you've never heard before. A man knows in 6 months if you're the one. I got news for you. We know in 6 months is you the one. We're not gonna tell you this, but we know in 6 months is you the one. We ain't got nothing else for you. I promise you we don't.
But wait.
We are very simple. If you have what we want to offer, if you have to offer what we want, in 6 months, we know. And then we ain't going nowhere. That's the secret to the whole thing.
Maybe it is women that need one more time, because I don't believe in those quickie meet, engagement, get married right away.
Neither do I.
Because when 2 people get married, Steve, hear me out. You stand there and you're gonna pledge your life to somebody for forever. And in your heart, I think people really believe it's gonna be forever.
Yeah.
But forever is a long time. So what is the rush?
But let me
also,
tell you
I'm
something.
so not into this whole, oh, but take your time and you're not sure. And listen, when you know, you kind of know. You know.
But you know what?
Sorry.
Now listen
you
to me.
knew.
I'm not promoting everybody should get married after 6 months, because you shouldn't.
No.
But listen to what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
Men know if you're the one after 6 months. Now, that don't mean it's some stuff we need to find out. It doesn't mean that the discovery stage is over.
Right.
I think there's more things you need to discover. But initially, it takes us 6 months to figure out if you the one or not. If it's not, we gone. Trust me.
That's real talk.
Hey, let's go. Up next, Jeff Goldblum and Steve Martin have become first-time parents in their 60s. Are there benefits to become a parent later in life? We're going to hear what the panel got to say when we come back. All right, everybody, we're back with our Straight Talk panel. My girl, Tyronda Jones, Jenny Poulos, and Diane Valentine. Okay, let's get right back into it. Jeff Goldblum has become a new father at the age of 62. TV show host Hoda Kotb became a mother at 52. George Clooney had twins at 56. And Steve Martin had his first child at 67. Now, Jenny, you had children in your 40s.
Yeah, I just had my daughter.
Do you think there's benefits to becoming a parent later in life?
100%. And I say anybody that is thinking about it and thinking I'm too old, go for it. I am still immature. You know, I think my daughter's embarrassed of me now. Imagine what she would have been in my 20s. You know, I'm a rapper, things like that. She's got to say stuff like that at school. But it's keeping me young. It's keeping me motivated. It's keeping me wanting to be there for my kids and stay young. And I know with my mom, you know, she's in her 80s and she helped raise my sister's kids. And she went through a divorce and had a depressed time. And those kids kept her going.
Can I tell you something, though? My mom had me at 42. And my mother was so much older than the other kids' mama. You know, my mama come up to the school. You know, my mom was 52 up at the school. Other kids' parents was 30, 32. My mom was 52. You know, my mother could have been their mother.
Right.
But it's very different, like she says now. It's new. And plus, they were poor. That has a lot to do with it.
Right.
I'm telling you it does.
Yeah.
Because if poverty has been on you and set on you, and it done aged you and wore you out, and you ain't got the money for help and assistance and medical care and prenatal and all like that, it can be tough.
It can be. You know, I did IVF and I fought for this second baby. And, you know, every shot, every injection, everything was so worth it. And to see her with her sister. And so, you know, I think that a soul is supposed to come into the world it's supposed to come. And if you're supposed to be a parent, whether that's through adoption, you got to go for it. And you can't look back, you know? And that's my feeling.
There is anything my husband could say to me to convince me to have a baby in my 40s, no way, no how. Now, I had my daughter when I was 20 years old, and my daughter grew up with me. You know, she traveled the world with me. My career took off when she was probably 8 or 9 years old. And so she traveled the world. She lived in airports and around the world with me. She grew up with me, and she saw the struggle. She saw the struggle of a single mother become this successful business owner. And I feel like if I had my daughter now, she would be awful. Like, there's no way I want a baby and a car seat and school and PTA.
It's a lot when you're
Ain't
old.
doing none of that.
It's a lot when
we
you're old.
passports and we bouncing. That's all we doing.
I agree with what Jenny's saying. If a soul is due in this world, a soul is due in this world.
Agree.
And if it happens later in life, I think it's all right. All right, let's move on to the next one. Tisha Campbell-Martin recently filed for divorce from her husband. However, she just congratulated him publicly on an upcoming project. Do you think that being close with an ex can hurt the chances of you moving on?
It depends on the circumstances. My ex and I'm still his emergency contact when the alarm system goes off. And one day it went off. It just happened recently. It went off, and they called me to make sure everything's okay. And I said, well, I'm not there. Let me call and make sure. And when I called, his girlfriend picked up, and I said, I'm just trying to make sure y'all good over there because the alarm went off. She got mad. We good.
So how come you're still the emergency contact?
He just never taken it off. And then after I had that conversation with her, I just called him and told him, just take it off. But I don't see anything. It depends on the circumstance. We were together for a really...
emergency contact.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, you don't know.
Come on.
You might not have, you might not want to have nothing to do with him. But he hanging on to the connection.
Say that, Steve.
You cannot let your ex call your house and your current pickup and you don't do nothing about that. Your partner, you got to do something about that.
I agree. And let's have kids.
I do not understand when people break up, right? And all of a sudden they say, you know, my ex-husband is my best friend. We're such good friends now. Like, how about if we are divorced and we don't need to co-parent, we are not gonna be best friends. I done gave you all my young years, all my skinny years. It is over. I am done. Now I got to regroup for the next love affair.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't friends.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Up next, what do you do when your significant other friends don't like you? Uh-oh. We're gonna see what the ladies have to say about that when we come back. All right, everybody, we're back getting straight talk on everything involving love, relationships, and, you know, just what's going on in the world. It's time to take questions from our viewers around the country who are ready to talk back. So let's see our first question.
Hi, Steve. My name is Taylor, and I watch you on WVTM 13 in Birmingham, Alabama. I just recently met my boyfriend's college buddies, and they seem to not like me. They crack jokes on me, and they left a couple rude comments on my Facebook page. How can I talk to my boyfriend about this without coming between him and his friends?
Look
That
at here.
ain't her boyfriend if he not coming to her defense. If that's your man, he gonna make sure he comes to your defense. I don't want nobody who's not gonna defend me, because that's part of protecting me. I don't want nobody who's not gonna protect me or defend me. Bye.
That's right. That's right.
But here's the bigger issue. She looked like she's in college, bless her heart, bless her heart. She's young. When you're young, you kind of tolerate a lot of stuff.
Right.
What she don't realize is that birds of a feather flock together. So if his friends are doing that, he is probably not the amazing bae that she thinks he is in her mind.
Right.
Well, my friend had this same thing happen, and she said a couple years later he wasn't friends with any of those people anymore. And they did the same thing to her, and they were mean, and she was shy, so it wasn't even about her. She just didn't get into it with them, so then they immediately didn't like her.
Why is his friends on her Facebook or Instagram commenting mean things anyway? You have no business being
Stirring
on...
it up.
But obviously he must be saying things to them, embedding thoughts in their heads to where they think it's okay to go on.
Right, that's
yes.
it.
Right.
He has given them permission
That's right.
to talk to her like that.
Two things. Either he's weak or he ain't your man.
Yes.
No guy is gonna let you disrespect his girl. And he know you. He gonna step to you, period. That's period. Yo, well, man, you can't do that, period. Now, if you're not his girl, he don't care, or he's weak. Either way, you should be done.
That's right.
If he's weak, what do you want with that? And if he ain't your man, what do you want? I say he's out. I say
He's out.
Agree. Agree.
Yes.
All right, our next question comes from Twitter. My fiance and I have decided to wait until we're married to have sex. Our friends are trying to be supportive, but sometimes I feel really judged. Some say that we'll get divorced if we wait and find out the sex is bad. Should we cave in and have sex before we say I do?
No, if that's something they agreed to do or that's a mutual agreement that they had, you stick to that. You don't have people telling you. That means he's weak. You going off with your friends saying this might be this. Or
Run your own race.
Yeah.
Who cares what everybody
if that's
else
a
says?
mutual
If that's
agreement
what they
had,
want.
stick with it.
Look, let me tell you single women in this audience something. Your girlfriends will mess you up. You cannot take everybody's advice for everything. Now, if you have a conviction about something and it has been established in your relationship, why on God's green planet would your girlfriends want to give you their 2 cents?
Exactly.
See, people that are single enjoy being part of that single crowd.
Right.
So indirectly, it could be jealousy that is even creeping into their opinion when they're giving it.
Yeah, Diane.
Now, that's the truth.
Sex is one of them things where if you love a person, you can find a way to make it good. So many people is in love with the sex and ain't in love with the person, and how you think that's gonna work? Ladies, thank you for being here today. Really good panel. I love the different viewpoints and the way you all interact. I thought it was great today. Big hand for the ladies, everybody. If you got a question for our panel, hit us up on our Facebook page. We'll be right back, everybody. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Now it's time for today's panel of opinionated women to talk about love, relationships, and what's happening in the world. It's time for some straight talk. Well, first up, she's a host, actress, and creator of the fitness app, Brooke Burke Body. Please welcome back my buddy, Brooke Burke.
Thanks for having me back.
Next, you may have seen her as Gigi from Bravo's hit show, The Shawls of Sunset. Please say hello to Golnessa. And finally, she's a television personality and a highly sought-after political commentator. Please welcome new to the show, my new friend, Dr. Wendy Oseffa. All right, ladies, so let's get right to it. First topic, recently, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa Giudice, was mom-shamed after she posted a photo of her 9-year-old daughter wearing a crop top on her birthday. One mom-shamer went as far of accusing Giudice of having a severe lack of morality and decency. So let's put the picture back up.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I looked at that picture the same way, and I thought,
I don't see
crop
anything wrong.
top, a little bit of belly. I mean, this is an interesting one.
No.
I have 3 daughters.
Okay.
So I have 11, 16, and 18, and they're all different. And I feel like, you know, these young ladies aren't quite fully aware of themselves yet, right? And their self-perception, as they get a little bit older,
But they
us,
shouldn't be
isn't it us
mom-shamed.
that's assuming
They're doing it to be sexy then?
And I have 2 boys, and I wouldn't let my daughter wear that personally, but to mom shame someone is completely beyond the pale.
I mean, I think there's a lot of mom shame going on anyway, but it's really about the messaging, I think, and the dialogue between mother and child.
So at which
And
age
what
is
are
it
you-
okay? At which age is it okay to show your midriff as a woman?
Whatever
it's not
age your
really
mom who
age,
bought the
yeah.
clothes says is okay.
No.
That's
I mean,
right.
that's very different.
I'm a father.
Okay.
3 boys, 4 girls. At 9, I don't see what the problem is She threw a birthday party
That's
at her
right.
house for her daughter.
Right.
She's
Right,
at home.
Right. Absolutely.
And someone said that she was dressing provocative.
Yeah, I don't see
But
that.
I don't know what a nine-year-old has to provoke.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
I'm glad you're saying that, because I used to tell my little girl,
Yeah.
you can wear something that your older sister can't wear because she's developing. And, you know, we perceive, we're
Right.
talking 9, 13, 17, it's a completely different ball game. So
Yeah,
I'm with you at 9.
the sadness.
I'm okay with that.
The sadness is the sickness of some men.
Yes.
That's where it is.
That's really
Why
the
do you see that?
sadness
Why
of
do they
it.
see that?
That's right.
Is that
Thank you.
you see something in this photo that clearly is not there.
You're right.
But that's a sadness of it. But then at the same time, that's what we have to protect our children from.
And I think
It's
mom
not
shaming, though,
necessarily
is coming from
your
women.
intent, but it becomes more of their perception.
And that's why I'm okay, because it was in the comfort of her home,
Her
and
home.
her mom was a witness to that.
Right.
So it is okay.
Let's go to the next topic, ladies. According to a social scientific research, the visibility of your relationship on social media sites can be an indicator of how strong it is. Research indicated that people who are anxious or insecure about their relationships are more likely to go overboard sharing couples' photos.
I sort of believe this, because I am from the school of thought that if something is near and dear to your heart, there's elements of that you want to protect.
Yeah.
If your relationship is secure, you don't need to say, oh, and then we had breakfast, and then we had lunch, and then no, we don't need to see that.
That's
no.
a little excessive.
No.
See, I'm not that
I
concerned
agree.
about the
That's very
criticism,
excessive.
right? Like, I'm not really concerned about the criticism. I put
excessive.
out there what I want to put out there. So, am I celebrating romance? Am I celebrating a beautiful moment? Is it a picture that I'm really proud of? I mean, I really think it depends on the vibe of your whole social media. Like, if you're a person that's posting your life and you're in a relationship and you're withholding someone, that's what this was really about. Are you hiding? Are you exploiting?
I think it depends on your personal status in life as well. You know, being a little known or whatnot. You know, I was just talking to my girlfriend about this. I was very skeptical to like how much my boyfriend was posting me. I'm like, oh, I don't know if you should. Like, maybe people are gonna think you're thirsty. I mean, he was, but that's a whole different. But I mean, even that relationship.
I like you because you just slide stuff in. You know, that be like, yeah, everybody be missing, you know, like posting like he thirsty, he was. And, you know, I be going, I caught that, you know. But I think kind of what you're saying, when you're famous, sometimes you post so you can kind of have a say-so in the narrative.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Telling
mean?
a story.
And that's the world y'all in now. See that y'all in this world.
Yeah.
This tech world.
Well, let me ask you something, Steve. Okay, my last relationship, we met. 3 months later, he proposed. Less than a month later, we got married. 7 weeks later, divorced. So, when you feel you're that deep in a relationship, you're feeling like you want the world to know about it. You want everyone to know how much you love this new guy, and like, this is it. You've never met anyone like this. You post it.
Here's the problem.
That's what happens with social
If you
media.
meet somebody
'Cause then
in
you
3
fake it.
months
That's true.
and then you're married, you ain't in too deep.
That's what I was gonna say.
You all really didn't get to know each other. And then when you did get to know it, you found out some stuff that you didn't like.
That's right.
Yes.
And so the only thing right there that you learn from that lesson is, you know, we got to slow it down a little bit.
That's right.
A little bit, a whole lot of it.
Hey, a Bridezilla's insane list of wedding rules and regulations has people staring on social media. Should you adhere to the outrageous demands of a Bridezilla, or we gonna find out what the panel got to say when we come back? You don't want to miss this. All right, everybody, we're back with today's Straight Talk panelists, Dr. Wendy Osefa, Gold Nessa, and Brooke Burke. This is pretty good. All right, next topic. Now listen to this. Recently, a Bridezilla's shocking list of wedding demands went viral after a horrified wedding guest shared the list of rules on social media. Now, the list included these demands. Guests were strictly prohibited from wearing white, cream, or ivory. Female attendees were banned from wearing full faces of makeup. and had to wear their hair in a ponytail or a basic bob. No one could speak to the bride, and everyone had to bring a gift valued at $75 or more to get into the wedding.
Guess we can't go to that wedding, can we, ladies?
This is outrageous.
No, that's crazy.
You can't speak to the bride.
You can't speak to a bride. Who's putting their hair in a basic bob after I don't spend how much money on these bundles? Oh, no.
I mean, there's a style and an etiquette. The white and the ivory, I get that.
Okay.
There's an etiquette of attending a wedding. You don't want to upstage the bride. You shouldn't wear white. I get all that. But dictating the makeup and the fashion and the
But
hair.
that's okay. Here's my
demanding the
question:
gift,
what does it mean when they say that you can't come in full makeup? What does that mean?
This is what full makeup is, right here.
That means we can't go.
But what it really,
We're not
but what it
invited.
really means, and
Well, we're not
every
invited.
woman knows what that
Yeah.
means. What that
Yeah.
means is I do not want you to upstage me.
Exactly.
That's what that
Exactly.
means. That's what that means.
Exactly. Or stand out in
That's
any
what that
way,
means.
which is why we want the simple
Yes.
bob, the hair in a
Yes.
pony, natural face.
No.
Yeah.
See,
Crazy.
who is this woman? First of all,
Right? Do we know?
I
this
don't
woman?
understand this. You want a $75 gift, but I can't speak to you?
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy. I mean, that's gutsy.
So then what I'll do, I get to the door of the wedding and just throw my gift in there on the floor.
Can't speak.
This is my question. Who's marrying this chick?
Right. Right.
Now, but let me ask you this, ladies. Are there any wedding etiquette rules that you should always follow?
Absolutely.
I think
you shouldn't.
so.
I don't think you should wear white unless the bride asks that everyone wears white. And I also think that you should not post the pictures of the wedding on social media
That's right.
until the couple does. Because you shouldn't do that. Because they may want to post a professional
And
picture
that's
first.
just courtesy. That's
Give them
respect
that
of their
courtesy. That's
moment.
respectful.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I don't really know. I don't like weddings very much. But I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's just probably the smartest to not sleep with any of the groomsmen because it'll go back to, your friends. And it's just like, you don't want to do that.
Steve and I are like,
Maybe the next day.
she said the next day.
What?
Okay.
Wait a minute. Are y'all following this? Because I just feel like I blacked out a minute. 'Cause I don't know where it came from.
went this way.
I just feel like you shouldn't sleep with the grooms right away. And I'm going, wow, your marriage did something to you. You're gonna have to call Ruben. Thank you, ladies. Hey, when we come back, somebody in our audience is gonna win some money. Harvey's Hundreds is next.